Rolling. Are we rolling? I think we're rolling. Boom, boom. Skibbity, boom, 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 boom. Skibbity, boom, 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 boom. What? Welcome back, everybody, to another Recipe Wednesday. We make one recipe on a Wednesday. My name is Patrick Erskine, and on today's Recipe Wednesday, we're not going to make a recipe. I don't know why you guys come here. We just don't make recipes on this channel. Today, I'm not going to give you a recipe. I'm going to give you the recipe process. The kind of mental formula that I've developed where I turn an ingredient that I've not seen before into a dish or into something that you can eat. I'm not going to give you a fish. I'm going to give you a fishing pole. Yes! It just makes me too happy. I've never given this to anyone, so this makes me happy. This is the first time I've ever given my kind of process that I've developed for the past 10 years working in kitchens to the public, opposed to just someone I work with. It's cool. It's kind of touching. I think this idea is going to be really cool because most people that share food have a very little understanding of actually food. They understand the recipe, but they don't understand all the crazy complex things that go into it, the chemistry, the history, the culture, the palate. Most people don't have an understanding of that. This video is cool because it's going to be very helpful for people who are inspiring chefs who don't have the experience working with a lot of stuff, or for just other fellow food geeks who just want to become better at cooking. It's going to be good for anyone, everyone, including me. So with no further ado, let's get into this. How to cook with an ingredient you've never cooked with before. This is a monk's hand fruit from Southeast Asia, and we have to first identify its characteristics. First, it's yellow. It's a start. Next and most important part is the aroma. Very citric, very similar to a lemon, but less sharp like an orange. Category, orangey lemon. Now, texture and flavor. On the inside, there's no flesh, so now move to the fingers. Results just like a lemon peel, but with an entirely different smell. So where do we go from here? It looks good, great aroma, tough texture, strong flavor. We just need to manipulate the texture and tone down the flavor. The best way to do that, jam test. Start by small dicing half of a monk's hand fruit. And then you need to add pectin, which gives a jam its jammy texture. The best source of pectin is an apple. Small dice 1 apple. So to a small sauce pot, add 1/2 monk's hand fruit, 1 apple, 1/2 cup of sugar, and 1 cup of water. Cook down until the apple has dissolved, the monk's hand has become translucent, and majority of the water has evaporated. Now, will it pass the jam test? And approved. So now this is what I know about the monk's hand fruit. It looks good, it's got a great aroma. If you manipulate the texture and tone down the flavor, it's a great ingredient. But now let's test how versatile this ingredient is. Can it be used for savory dishes? Now I'm thinking, there's a million different ways I can go about doing this. But since it's so similar to a lemon, let's approach it like a preserved lemon. In a jar, add some ice cream salt, chopped up monk's hand fruit, and top it off with some more ice cream salt. Label it and let cure for 2 weeks. This process does exactly what we want. Soften up the texture, tone down the flavor, while creating a different preserved flavor, which will be perfect for savory dishes. 2 weeks later, remove from the jar and puree. And so what can we pair this flavor with that is savory? So what I do is I go down a mental checklist of different savory items from strongest to flavor to lightest flavor. Will this work with steak? No, too delicate of a flavor. How about chicken? Yes, maybe something like lemon pepper chicken. That sounds fantastic. But let's go deeper, let's do something more complicated. Fish. How about salmon? Salmon's good, but salmon has a little too strong of a flavor, and I really want the delicate aroma of the monk's hand fruit to really show. Let's do swordfish. It's got a milder flavor that will really showcase the unique aroma of the Munks hand fruit. One problem, fat content. Swordfish is not as fatty as I'd like, so let's turn the Munks hand fruit puree into an aioli sauce. So in a bowl, add an egg yolk, water, vinegar, mustard, and slowly drizzle in oil. Once it's come all together, add your puree. Once it's done, hold it in the fridge. And then to a really hot pan, sear your swordfish. And now we plate a streak of Munks hand aioli, seared and sliced swordfish cooked rare, topped off with the spicy pineapple salsa. And just a little garnish and just something to show off with, some chive flowers. Now, does it pass the savory test? Passed. So what have I learned so far working with this fruit? It's essentially just a giant lemon peel. It's got a great aroma, but you can't do too much with it. Because of its texture, it will never be a star of a dish, but more of an accent or an add-on to improve what is already there. So now I want to see if I can do something sweet with it. And my mind immediately goes to a lemon tart. If I can make a lemon tart with a lemon flavor, but with a Munks hand aroma, it would blow people's mind. Okay, start by juicing 3 lemons. Then small dice 1/4 of a Munks hand fruit, as small as possible. Add 4 eggs and 1 egg yolk. Then 200 grams of sugar and 150 grams of milk. And bake in a 300-degree oven until the filling has set. Once it's set, chill down and garnish. Here I'm garnishing it with some meringue, some of the Munks hand jelly, and some mint leaves, and a little zest from the Munks hand fruit. And here you go, a Munks hand tart, one of a kind. Before I say anything, this Munks hand tart is so good. I've made 5 of these and I've eaten them all. This is the 5th one. They're too good. You'll never be able to buy something like this in a store. You have to make it. So if you want any of the recipes to any of this stuff, it's down in the description. But make this one. It's the best. It's so good. Well, thank you very much for watching. If you liked today's episode, you liked today's recipe, definitely subscribe and like and do all that jazz. And as always, keep cooking. Bye.